Good morning, Your Honor. Sally Irwin on behalf of Demetrius Barnett. Judge will waive formal reading of the information and stand mute, and I'll ask the court to waive his physical appearance.
Where is he? Where is your client?
I don't know exactly where he is because he zoomed
Michigan
in.
Department of Corrections?
Correct.
Okay. Any objection to the waiver, Mr. Casey?
No, Your Honor, no objection.
Court will allow. Court will enter a plea of not guilty for the purposes of arraignment on the information. Mr. Casey, what's the exposure?
Your Honor, count one is a retail fraud first degree. Normally that's a 5-year maximum. There's also a habitual offender fourth offense notice, which increases that to life or any term of years.
General blind draw, Miss Emma. Do you have an offer, Mr. Casey? I'm sorry.
Yes, there is an offer for Mr. Barnett's consideration. That would be to withdraw, excuse me, the habitual offender fourth notice with a sentence agreement. I believe it was 6 months to 5 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections, which would be concurrent to the sentence he's currently serving. 6 months to 5 years, concurrent with the sentence on the Macomb County case 22-001787-01.
The offer will remain available to the day of calendar conference?
It will.
Very well.
Judge, I've had discussions with my client. He's prepared to take that plea when we can get together.
Okay. Wonderful. When you get to the next courtroom or before, see if you can find out what facility he's being held in so they can get him on Zoom.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You've been blind drawn to the Honorable Judge Miriam Bazzi. Your calendar conference date will be June 23, 2023, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a good day.
Our next case is Matthew King. Case number 23-1618. The people of the state of Michigan versus Matthew King, scheduled for a docket conference. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. John, KCP number 56162 on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Leslie Aycock on behalf of Defendant King. Defendant King is housed in the Oakland County Jail. I do not see him here this morning. I do waive his appearance.
Any objection from the people?
No, Your Honor, none.
Court will allow. What are you going to do, counsel? It's a docket conference.
We would ask for a blind draw at this time, Your Honor.
Ms. Casey, what's the exposure?
One moment, please. Looks like count one is possession of a controlled substance less than 25 grams, 4-year maximum penalty felony. There is a habitual fourth notice, which would increase that to 15 years. There's also misdemeanor counts of operating while impaired and failure to stop after a collision.
General blind draw, Miss Emma.
You've been blind drawn to the Honorable Judge Nicholas Hathaway. Your calendar conference date will be June 23, 2023, 9 a.m.
And for the record, there was an offer on Mr. King's case that will remain open until the calendar conference. After that, it will be up to the docket attorney for Judge Hathaway.
And that offer would be?
Offer was to plead to count one, possession less than 25 grams of a controlled substance, as well as count two, operating while impaired. The habitual fourth notice would be withdrawn. The failure to stop after a collision would be withdrawn. We'd agreed to a 3-year term of probation with the first 90 days in the Wayne County Jail. No objection to early release upon successful completion of the Jail Plus program. That 90 days might not be enough time to
No,
get
it's not.
No.
Or to complete it.
I thought it was just 30 days once they're in the first phase. Maybe. In any event, follow-up substance abuse testing treatment as directed, restitution to be determined, in addition to any terms, conditions, fines, costs, and fees as set by the court.
All righty. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. Casey.
Mhm.
George Fajardo, case number 23-1539, the people of the state of Michigan versus George Fajardo, scheduled for a doctor conference. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. John KCP number 56162 on behalf of the people. I'm staying in for my colleagues in the domestic violence unit.
Good morning, Your Honor. Carly Lawler standing in for the attorney of record, David Kamaj, and I am appearing on behalf of the defendant, George Fajardo, who is here and present appearing via Zoom.
Mr. Fajardo, state your name for the record.
Name is George Fajardo.
Thank you. And this is for an arraignment?
Docket conference.
Docket conference. Okay, counsel, what are you doing?
Your Honor, today we're just requesting a blind draw.
Mr. Casey, a keeper or a mover?
Looks like the top count is assault with intent to do great bodily harm, less than murder, a 10-year maximum penalty with the misdemeanor DV also attached. There was an offer. It was to plead to count 1, great bodily harm, dismiss the misdemeanor with a 3-year term of probation, no contact, complete batter's counseling, complete parenting classes, complete a psychological evaluation, and a substance abuse evaluation, including any follow-up treatment recommendations, no controlled substances or alcohol while on probation, random chemical testing, restitution of $900 to damage to her vehicle, in addition to any terms, conditions, fines, costs, and fees as set by the court.
Remain available to the day of the calendar conference?
Yes.
All righty. Ms. Emma, general blind draw.
One moment.
Mm-hmm.
Been blind drawn to the Honorable Judge Christopher Blunt. Your calendar conference date will be June 23, 2023, 9 a.m.
Judge Blunt. That's your next court date, sir. Your new judge.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Have a good day.
You as well.
Next case is David McDonald. Case number 20497, the people of the
Emma,
state.
you're breaking up. Is it just on my end? Nope, you're breaking up, Em.
It may be just on your end.
Nope, Casey shook his head, breaking up on him too. All the lawyers are saying you're breaking up. Second time. Just letting you know. Let's keep it moving.
Okay. Case number 23-2497, the people of the state of Michigan versus David McDonald, scheduled to be arraigned on the information. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Melissa Palip on behalf of the people, P74121.
And Your Honor, good morning to you, your staff, and sister counsel, Vincent Haysha, P76506, with and on behalf of David McDonald, present via Zoom with no objection.
McDonald, state your name for the record.
David Scott McDonald, Your Honor.
Got a camera?
Yeah.
Turn it on.
I thought I did, but let me try again.
As to the arraignment, counsel?
Judge, I acknowledge receipt of the information, waive its formal reading, and stand Mr. McDonald mute.
Court will enter a plea of not guilty for the purposes of arraignment on the information. Are there any offers, Madam AG?
There's none at this time. We are still negotiating that.
And the primary charge?
Is conducting a criminal enterprise.
Calendar conference, general blind draw, M.
Yes, ma'am, one moment. I gotta go. I sent you an email. Bye. Sorry, Your Honor.
That's all right.
You've been blind drawn to the Honorable Judge Kiefer Cox. Your calendar conference date will be June 23rd, 2023, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good
Thank you,
day.
Judge.
You too.
See you.
Mr. McDonough, you're free to leave.
Timothy, no, one moment. Our next case is don't have that. Miranda Linder. Case number 23-2502, 23-2504. The people of the state of Michigan versus Miranda Linder, scheduled today to be arraigned on the information. Your Honor, you are in possession of a plea form. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. John, KCP number 56162 on behalf of the people.
Okay, who's the attorney for Linder?
Jeanette Nance.
She didn't check in, not on Zoom.
Sorry. Andrew McConnell is next. Case number 23-1232. The people of the state of Michigan versus Andrew McConnell, scheduled today for a docket conference. Your Honor, you are in possession of a plea form. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. John, KCP number 56162 on behalf of the people.
All right, who's on McConnell?
Someone was standing in for Damien Cash.
Well, she's not standing there anymore.
Okay. The attorney on Dana Schultz.
Yes, I'm ready, Emma.
Your Honor, you should be in possession of a plea form.
I got it.
Case number 23-2493. The people of the state of Michigan versus Dana Schultz, scheduled to be arraigned on the information. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. John, KCP number 56162 on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Chester Jeunesse P83295, representing Ms. Dana Schultz, who's present and consents to this hearing via Zoom. Ms. Schultz, will you please state your name for the record?
Dana Schultz.
Thank you. As to the arraignment, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. We waive the formal reading of the information and my client stands mute.
Court will enter a plea of not guilty for the purposes of arraignment on the information. Ms. Summer, you ready for immediate sentencing?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Miss, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Schultz, it's my understanding you're going to plead guilty to one count, attempt, assaulting, resisting, obstructing police officer, knowing the maximum possible penalty is a year in the county jail. As well, you're going to plead guilty to one count of operating while intoxicated, knowing that the maximum possible penalty is 93 days in jail. Is that what you intend to do, Miss?
Yes.
It's going to be judge, your honor, or ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Judge.
Miss, there is a sentence agreement that's been negotiated by your attorney and the prosecutor's office. You'll receive a 2-year term of probation. You'll have to have substance abuse screening, testing, treatment as directed. You must have a mental health evaluation, follow up with any and all recommended treatment. Must complete an anger management program. The court will set other terms, conditions, costs, and fees. Do you understand the terms of the plea agreement, Miss?
I do, Your Honor.
And with that understanding, you're prepared to enter a plea of guilty at this time. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, what?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Your Honor.
I've given you a miss. I've called you by your last name in full. If I can give some respect, can I get a little?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Thank you. Miss, you are entitled to a trial in this matter by judge or by jury, and by pleading guilty, there will be no trial of any kind. Understood?
I do, Your Honor.
You have a right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and you're giving up that right as well, Miss. Understood?
I do, Your Honor.
Miss, if you had a trial, your attorney would be able to cross-examine all witnesses called against you. If you had witnesses you wanted brought to court, the court would assist you in bringing your witnesses forward. Also, at a trial, you could testify if you wanted to. If you did not wish to testify, you could remain silent, and your silence could not be held against you. And you're giving up all three of those rights. Understood?
I am, Your Honor.
There is no automatic right of appeal, Miss. If you change your mind and at some later date, you want this case reviewed by a higher court, you have to get leave or permission of the court in order to have it reviewed. Reviewable issues are limited to all matters and proceedings up to and including sentencing only. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss, has anyone threatened you to make you give up your rights and enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything other than what I've said to you today, Miss, to make you give up your rights and enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you acting of your own free will?
I am.
Miss, are you a citizen of the United States of America?
I am.
I have your name affixed to this agreement, indicating that you gave your attorney permission to put your name as agreeing to this settlement. Did you give your attorney permission to fix your name to this settlement agreement?
I did.
Mr. Casey, did you wish to voir?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. Just need one moment for this. Okay. Okay. Ms. Schultz, this is Assistant Prosecutor John Casey speaking. I'm going to ask you a few questions. If you either can't hear me or if the question doesn't make sense to you, will you let me know, ma'am?
Yes.
Thank you. I'd like to direct your attention back to December the 10th of last year, 2022. On that date, at about a little after 9 o'clock in the morning, were you in the area of Smith Street in Riverview, Michigan, Wayne County?
Yes.
Okay. And did the police officers respond to that location?
They did.
Okay. And at the time, had you been drinking?
Yes.
And I'm sorry. Oh boy. Having some computer issues here. Oh, having more issues.
What had you been drinking, Miss?
Mixed drinks, I believe.
Was there any alcohol in any of those mixed drinks?
Yes, there was vodka.
Okay. And at the time the police were called, did they attempt to place you into custody?
They did.
And did you somehow make that more difficult for them?
Yes.
What did you do?
I don't recall, Your Honor.
When you were having drank the alcohol, did you drive the car at some point?
I did.
And did the alcohol impact your ability to operate the vehicle to the extent that people standing on the side of the road would be able to notice that?
It affected me, yes.
All right. And when the police were trying to make the arrest, did you pull away from them to make it more difficult for them to make that arrest?
Possibly, but I don't remember, Your Honor.
Counsel, you want to make a stipulation here?
I finally got the investigator's report to open. If defense will stipulate that when the officers were trying to take Miss Schultz into custody, she pulled away and resisted being handcuffed. But they ultimately, of course, were able to get her into custody for purposes of this plea.
Yes, so stipulated.
Mister, you accept the stipulation of that fact made by your attorney for the purposes of taking this plea?
I do.
Court of defense satisfied?
Yes, satisfied, Your Honor.
People satisfied?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will enter a plea of guilty, 1 count attempt, resisting obstructing police officer, 1 count operating a vehicle while intoxicated. Counsel, tell me something about your client.
I've been working with Ms. Schultz since the beginning of this process. She's gone in for treatment. She did a 30-day treatment at the end of last year after the charges were first presented to her. She's remorseful for these actions. She doesn't want to appear in your courtroom again. This is not a reflection of the person that she is. And I truly believe that you won't see her again in your courtroom.
How old is she? Does she have a job? Does she have a high school diploma?
Yes, all the above. I don't know her accurate age. What's your age, Ms. Schultz?
44.
People wish to be heard?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Schultz, is there anything else you would like for me to know before sentencing?
I'm going through online AA classes. I'm doing community service. I'm following up on a lot of things, and I'm just want to let you know that I'm doing really well.
Okay. The court will accept the agreement entered into between the parties. I will place you on probation for 2 years. No controlled substance, no alcohol. Inpatient, outpatient treatment at the discretion of the probation officer. Alcohol tether at the discretion of the probation officer. Urinalysis on demand. Must complete a outpatient treatment program for substance abuse. Must have a mental health evaluation, comply with any and all recommended treatment. Must complete a anger management program. $53 state costs, $75 crime victim fee, $1,000 in court costs, $400 in attorney's fees. Mr. Court will take 150 hours of community service with any nonprofit organization in lieu of the court costs and attorney's fees. I do, however, like money. I will take your money. Want this matter reviewed by a higher court? Want this court to appoint you an attorney to assist you with any rights you have therewith? Make your request for an attorney in writing. It must be returned to this court within 42 days of today's date. Miss, you have to report to the probation department tomorrow morning. You need to take down the phone number.
Do you mind if I go grab a pen really quick?
Counsel, can you email
Yes.
it, text it to her?
Absolutely.
The number is 313-224-2600. You need to call that number tomorrow morning. Miss, what is your phone number?
734-624-2339.
Did you get that, Emma?
734-242.
No, Emma, she's gonna repeat it.
Okay.
734-624-2339.
Thank you.
Address, please.
17090 Smith, Riverview, Michigan, 4819.
Thank
Get
you.
the, all righty. That concludes this matter. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you, Judge. Have a wonderful day to you and your staff.
Thank you.
Mr. McConnell, you have a few misdemeanor warrants out of 36th District Court. It's probably to your advantage that you clear those warrants before your PSR.
Our next case is Curtis Blades. Please step up, Mr. Blades. Case numbers 23-1331, 23-1328. The people of the state of Michigan versus Curtis Blades, scheduled today for sentencing. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. John, KCP number 56162 on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Judith Grady on behalf of Curtis Blades, P44567. Mr. Blades, can you state your name for the?
Good morning, Your Honor. Curtis Blades Jr.
Good morning.
We had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report. It is factually accurate. We have no correction, deletions, or additions. Your Honor, I don't know if his mom indicated that she wanted to be on Zoom today. Her name is Kwana Blades. I don't know if she's in the back office there.
She's not on Zoom.
If I may speak on behalf of Mr. Blades for a minute.
Go ahead.
We're asking the court consider height on this young man. He actually has a prior record. The court is aware. It's also in the report. He's 18 now, and he's indicating that he's going to put everything behind him, going to go forward. I asked his mother to call Lighthouse Sanctuary. They're willing to talk to her and not me, but they did indicate to her they would let him reside there. Any other place that I have called, such as Black Family Services and Covenant House, etc., only would provide shelter. They would not be able to make sure he takes his medications or go to school. And this young man's indicated he'd like to get his diploma, which the court's going to order anyway. I have nothing further, Judge.
How's he gonna get to Lighthouse?
I know how to get there.
You gonna walk? Somebody gonna pick you up? They gonna come get you?
No, Your Honor.
So the question is, how you gonna get there?
Bus, Your Honor.
You got money on your account?
No, I have money in my person.
Okay.
Okay, at one time, the bus system for the city of Detroit would let you show your jail band to get a free bus ride away from downtown. I don't know if they still doing that, but I'm just saying, you can try and see.
Okay, Your Honor.
People wish to be heard.
Yes, Your Honor, they did have the amount of restitution owed by Mr. Blades for the damage to the vehicles in each case. I have forwarded a copy of the restitution form to the court reflecting the amounts identified in the pre-sentence investigation report. And again, if the document opens up.
All right, let me pull it up. Restitution in case number 23-1328 is $650. Restitution in case 23-1331 is $1,110.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
So ordered. Anything else from the prosecution?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Young Mr. Blades, did you want to say anything before sentencing?
Oh, Your Honor, I want to thank you for giving me another chance.
You stretching it, you know that?
Yes,
Was this child that you were expecting, has it been born?
No, Your Honor.
When is it due?
February 27th.
You ought to get your life together so that your child will have a better life than you've had. So if you can't do it for yourself, do it for your child. How about that? I'm just saying, think about it. I don't think you want your child standing in front of some judge at 18, looking at possible prison. Do you?
No, Your Honor.
You're gonna have to man up and start taking some responsibility to make that child have a better life. Now I'm gonna order that you are to be housed at Lighthouse, is it, Miss Grady? Is that the name of it?
It's called Lighthouse Sanctuary and it's in Royal Oak.
Lighthouse Sanctuary in Royal Oak.
Right.
I'm gonna sentence you under HIDA. Put you on a 2-year term probation. Listen carefully. While you are at Lighthouse, trying to get your life together, you need to get enrolled in the Flip the Script program. They will help you get housing. They will help pay for the deposit, the down deposit. They will help you get a job skill. They will give you a stipend while you're getting the job skill. They'll help you get a job. They'll help you pass the GED or get your high school diploma. Does it sound like a good plan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because you need all of that. And they will help you get all of that. But they can't help you if you don't go to the program. They will give you bus tickets to get back and forth to the program. They are located on East Grand Boulevard in the city of Detroit, between Woodward and the I-75 Chrysler Freeway. You can get there on the bus, understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, all I can do is give you everything you need to have a better life, but I can't make you go and get it. I hope I don't see you back down here again. No controlled substance, no alcohol, urinalysis on demand, inpatient, outpatient treatment at the discretion of the probation officer. Must get your GED or high school diploma. $68 state cost, $130 crime victim fee, $30 a month supervision. Court will waive court costs and attorney's fees. Got 86 days jail credit. Must complete a cognitive behavioral therapy program. They'll do that for you at Flip the Script. Flip the Script program is designed and run by old urban men, old city men, for the benefit of young city men. That's you. Trying to keep the young city men, you, out of prison with a decent lifestyle. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
My clerk is going to give you the paperwork for Flip the Script. Like I said, now all I can do is give you everything you need to have a better life. I can't make you go get it. All right, that's hide on both of them. I'm done.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good day.
He has to sign papers. Here, he has to sign his probation. Right where the X is. All right. Our next case. Andrew McConnell, did they check back in?
He's here. I don't know about his lawyer. Do we have a house counsel today?
Yes. She left her number.
So no.
So no. Sorry.
We still got, yeah, say your name for the Miss Emma, so she'll call your case. The lawyers are still here. Let Miss Emma know you're still here. She's looking for lawyers.
Carlosimo, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Lewis, he is present.
Humphreys is on here. We're for Mr. Sanders.
Okay, let me call Humphreys first. Mr. Humphreys'
gotta take
case,
back and
if that's the case, we didn't have a pre-sentence report, correct? Yes. Case number 23-0569, the people of the state of Michigan versus Marcone Sanders. He's scheduled for sentencing.
Good morning, Your Honor. John KCP number 56162 on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Humphreys, P38930 on behalf of Mr. Sanders. Please unmute yourself, Mr. Sanders, and state your name.
Markham Sanders.
Thank you. Mr. Humphries, what had to be corrected in that report?
There was no mention of, I guess it should have been attempt.
The charge itself.
And then there was one other thing that you noticed that you made reference to.
Was this one where the description of the offense was of a completely different offense? Let me check.
Right, on the cover page, it should have been attempt to weapons carrying concealed. And then in the body of the report.
Miss Davis.
No, that much looks
Sorry.
okay. That's right.
Your Honor.
Yes,
This is-
Emma.
This is Emma. Ms. Davis did contact me and ask me what changes needed to be in the background.
I did.
And I'm not, it got lost in the shuffle, but the referral did state correct charge and background information.
But
So
we needed to know what background information.
But was it the background information or was it the description of the offense?
I don't
The
know, Judge.
description of the offense appears to be accurate on this one.
Okay, what background? They need more detail. Mr. Humphries, what was wrong with the background information? Did they have him listed with some charges that didn't belong to him? What's the background problem?
I don't know. I'm flipping through it. The only mark that I have was next to that he had not gotten his GED. That was correct. I don't have any other marks until I get to page 4, and then it's circled attempt. So that's the current charge. So that differs from the cover page, which doesn't have attempt. So I guess that was the
And
only
the
thing.
state form that's going to Department of Corrections, does it have attempt? The very last sheet generally?
The very last.
Very last sheet.
It should say
No.
attempt.
No, it does not.
No.
So that sheet's got to be corrected too. It has to say attempt all the way through.
Charges need to say attempt.
Correct. Mr. Sanders, you recall anything else that was wrong with that report? We need to get straight.
No, ma'am, Your Honor.
Well, let's get that part straight. See if we can take it from there.
Okay, can I have a case number?
I got 230569.
0569, and I heard the last name Sanders, S-A-N-D or S-A-U-N-D-R-S?
S-A-N. S-A-N-D-E-R-S, and his first name is Marcum, M-A-R-C-O-M-B.
Okay, so I'll send this message. It's just to change the charge to attempt.
And the penalty would go from 5 years to 2.5 years, the maximum penalty.
Will be 2.5 years?
Yes, correct.
On the second to the last page,
yeah,
where it says current offense, should that read attempt weapons?
I'm gonna just say attempt all the way through for the
all
current
the
charge.
way through. All the way through.
I'm gonna say attempt for the current charge all the way through the PSI.
All right, that's fine. I'm just flipping through, looking at in all the different places where it should appear.
M, when are they coming back again?
Sorry.
Yeah, I just work here.
They will be coming back. Eesh. 1 second, I'm so sorry. July 21st.
July 21, 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Sorry for the
send a message.
inconvenience.
I'll send a message right now.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm not available the 21st.
Of course.
What date after the 21st?
What date after the 21st?
Yes.
Yes.
The 25th?
July 25th.
July 25, Mr. Sanders, 9 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am. Another form, are you?
No.
Okay.
Continued on Zoom, Your Honor?
Yes, we can.
Thank you.
Andrew McConnell, ready?
Goodbye. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Emma, Mr. Attorney, I know I'm gonna mispronounce your name. You better speak up.
Your Honor, you talking to me, Carlosimo?
Yeah.
Carlosimo.
Carlissimo has been here since 9 o'clock. What are you doing, sir? What you here for?
We're here, Judge Timothy Lewis. We've accepted a plea. You have the plea form. He's ready to make the plea.
Do you have it, Your Honor? I'm gonna check.
Hold on, let me see.
Checked earlier, Your Honor, and
What's the case number? Because all of them don't come in by name.
23-1639.
I got it.
Okay. Case number 23-1639, the people of the state of Michigan versus Timothy Lewis, scheduled today for a docket conference. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. John, KCP number 56162 on behalf of the people.
good morning, Your Honor. Anthony Carlosimo, P25-352. My client, Mr. Lewis, is present, Your Honor. We consent to Zoom. We're here this morning for a plea. Mr. Casey made an offer. My client authorized me to put his name on the form.
All right, we're ready. Mr. Lewis, state your name for the record.
Timothy Lewis.
Thank you. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. Sir, it is my understanding that you're going to plead guilty to one count of unlawful use of a license plate, knowing the maximum possible penalty is 90 days in jail. Is that what you intend to do?
Correct. Yes.
There has been a sentence agreement negotiated. You'll have a 2-year term of probation. You must perform 120 hours of community service. The court will set other terms, fines, costs, and fees. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
In addition, sir, the people have agreed that at the time of sentencing, they will withdraw the habitual enhancement now filed against you. Understanding all the terms of the agreement, sir, are you prepared to enter a plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Sir, you are entitled to a trial in this matter by judge or by jury. And by pleading guilty, there will be no trial of any kind. Understood?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So you have a right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and you're giving up that right. Understood?
Correct, ma'am.
If you had a trial, sir, your attorney would be able to cross-examine, question all witnesses brought against you. If you had witnesses you wanted brought to court, the court would assist you in bringing your witnesses forward. Also at a trial, sir, you could testify if you wanted to. If you did not wish to testify, you could remain silent, and your silence could not be held against you. You're giving up all 3 of those rights. Understood, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, there is no automatic right of appeal in this matter. If you change your mind and at some later date, you want this case reviewed by a higher court, you have to get leave or permission of the court in order to have it reviewed. Reviewable issues are limited to all matters, issues, and proceedings up to and including sentencing only. Understood?
Correct, ma'am.
Sir, has anybody threatened you to make you give up your rights and enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Sir, has anybody promised you anything other than what I've said today to make you give up your rights and enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Sir, are you acting of your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a citizen of the United States of America?
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, your name has been typed on this plea form with indicating consent. Did you give your attorney your consent and permission to fix your name to this plea form, acknowledging that you accept the agreements of the settlement?
Correct, ma'am.
Mr. Casey, did you wish to voir?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Lewis, this is Assistant Prosecutor John Casey speaking. I'm going to ask you a few questions. If you either can't hear me or if the question doesn't make sense to you, will you let me know, sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I'd like to direct your attention back to March the 8th of this year, 2023, about 10:30 or so in the evening. On that date, at about that time, were you driving a Ford F-150 truck in the area of Sibley Road near Middle Belt in Huron Township, Michigan, Wayne County?
Correct.
And did the police pull you over?
Yes, sir.
And did you have a temporary plate attached to the or those paper temporary tags for the Ford F-150?
Yes, sir.
And in fact, had you taken one off of a Nissan truck that you had and were using that as if it were the paper plate for the F-150?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, people are satisfied.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Court will enter a plea of guilty, 1 count, unlawful use of a license plate. Tell me something about your client.
Your Honor, Mr. Lewis has impressed me. He's gainfully employed, and I'm convinced that he's learned a valuable lesson from this. Your Honor, over the time that I've gotten to know him, he's an articulate person. I'm sure that if he can manage to not have any more criminal offenses, that he can be very successful in life.
Mr. People wish to be heard.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Lewis, did you wish to tell me anything about yourself before sentencing?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll adopt the agreement entered into between the parties. I'm going to sentence you to a 2-year term of probation. You must perform 120 hours of community service with any nonprofit organization. You have any young children?
No, ma'am.
Got any grandkids?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, still go find a nonprofit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right.
Help somebody else's young kids stay out of trouble.
Gotcha.
All righty. You have a $53 state cost, $75 crime victim fee, $1,000 in court costs, $400 in attorney's fees. The court will take an additional 150 hours of community service in lieu of the court costs and attorney's fees. But I like money. That's $1,400. I will take your money.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a motion to withdraw the habitual enhancement?
Yeah, the people would so move.
So ordered. Sir, if you want this case reviewed by a higher court, you want this court to appoint you an attorney to assist you with any rights you have therewith. Make your request for an attorney in writing. Must be returned to this court within 42 days of today's date. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you need to call the probation department in the morning. Got pencil and paper?
Let me go grab it.
Your Honor, I can supply the number.
Your attorney says he's gonna send it to you, sir.
All right, thank you.
The number is 313-224-2600. He has to call that number tomorrow to get his probation set up. Sir, what's your phone number?
313-414-0754.
What's your address?
I just currently moved, so now it's 1653 Victoria Lane, Lincoln Park, Michigan.
Okay, give me the numbers again. Give me the numbers.
1653 Victoria Lane, Lincoln Park, Michigan. 48146.
Thank you. All right, call the probation department in the morning.
All right, will do. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel. I didn't want to butcher your name, counsel.
It's not that hard, Judge.
I'm old school. I probably have to write it 100 times to say it out loud.
No worries, Judge. Thank you.
Have a good day. Attorney Cash is back, Emma.
Yes, ma'am. One moment. Recalling case number 23-1232. The people of the state of Michigan versus Andrew McConnell, scheduled today for a docket conference. Your Honor, you should be in possession of a plea form. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. John Casey, P number 56162 on behalf of the people.
Good morning, and may it please the court, Your Honor. Attorney Damian Cash, P number 85852, on behalf of Andrew McConnell, who is present via Zoom. Mr. McConnell, if you can hear us, state your name for the record. And I see you're on mute. You need to unmute.
Andrew McConnell.
Thank you. Hold up. I'm looking for the plea form. I hope I didn't lose it. I don't have a McConnell. I got Milliner and Casey. I mean, Lindor, Casey.
Casey.
Let me look at it again. Okay, I got Milliner. I got Lindor.
I don't have that one either, Judge.
Okay.
I sent it about an hour ago. I can resend it if necessary.
I had it.
Okay. Was this the gentleman the deputy was saying has some outstanding warrants at 36th District?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, counsel, you need to talk to your client because he's got warrants out of 36. He needs to get at least make an appearance.
Okay. Can we adjourn today then?
I'm gonna take this plea today.
Okay.
But he better get on it because he got to go to the probation department with warrants out.
Okay.
Judge.
I'll look. Wasn't there a second ago? Okay, I got it. Okay, Mr. McConnell, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Put your hand down. Young man, it's my understanding you're going to plead guilty to one count. Purchase of a pistol without a license, knowing the maximum possible penalty is 90 days in jail. Operating while intoxicated, knowing the maximum possible penalty is 93 days in jail, as well as guilty to one count of failure to stop at the scene of a property damage accident. Again, understanding the maximum penalty is 90 days in jail. Is that what you intend to do, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
There is a sentence agreement whereby you will receive a 2-year term of probation. You'll have to pay restitution once the amount has been determined. have to forfeit the weapon to the arresting agency. The court will set other fines, costs, fees, and conditions. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
The prosecutor has also agreed that at the time of sentencing, they will dismiss count 4 now pending against you, operating a vehicle while license suspended or revoked or denied. Do you understand all the terms of the agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're prepared to enter a plea of guilty at this time, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you are entitled to a trial in this matter by judge or by jury. And by pleading guilty, there will be no trial of any kind. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you have a right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and you're giving up that right. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, if you had a trial, your attorney would be able to cross-examine, question all witnesses brought against you. If you had witnesses you wanted brought to court, the court would assist you in bringing your witnesses forward. Also at a trial, sir, you could testify if you wanted to. If you did not wish to testify, you could remain silent, and your silence could not be held against you. And you're giving up all 3 of those rights. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, there is no automatic right of appeal in this matter. If you change your mind and at some later date, you want this case reviewed by a higher court, you have to get leave or permission of the court in order to have it reviewed. Reviewable issues are limited to all matters and proceedings up to and including sentencing only. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, has anyone threatened you to make you give up your rights and enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than what I've said here today to make you give up your rights to enter this plea, sir?
No, ma'am.
Sir, are you acting of your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you a citizen of the United States of America?
Yes, ma'am.
There's a signature on this agreement form. Did you sign this agreement form, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Casey, did you wish to volunteer?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Mr. McConnell, this is Assistant Prosecutor John Casey speaking. I'm going to ask you a few questions. If you either can't hear me or if the question doesn't make sense to you, will you let me know, sir?
Okay, hold on a second.
Yes.
Did I lose his defense attorney?
No, you still
Oh, there
here.
he is. Okay. When I hear that noise, I know something's happening. Go ahead.
Thank you. Mr. McConnell, I want to direct your attention back to December the 29th of last year, 2022, at about 2:45 or so in the morning in the area of Telegraph Roads and 5 Mile Roads in Redford, Michigan, Wayne County. On that date, at around that time, were you driving an Impala, Chevy Impala?
Yes, sir.
And in that area of Telegraph and 5 Mile, did your Impala hit another individual's GMC terrain?
Yes. Yes, sir.
And did it cause some damage to that terrain?
I don't know. I think so. Yes, sir.
Did it cause some damage to your vehicle?
Yes, sir.
And did you get out of the car and then walk away from the collision?
Yes, sir.
Did some police officers catch up to you?
Yes, sir.
And did you have a pistol on your person at the time?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Is that a Smith & Wesson pistol, I believe?
Yes, sir.
And did you have a permit to carry a concealed weapon at that time?
No, sir.
And had you been drinking alcohol that evening?
Yes, sir.
What kind of alcohol were you drinking?
Tequila.
And did that tequila affect your ability to operate a motor vehicle and, in fact, contribute to the collision with the GMC terrain?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, the people are satisfied.
Defense is satisfied, Your Honor.
Court will enter a plea of guilty, 1 count. Purchase of a pistol without a license. Oh, shoot. 1 count, guilty. Operating while intoxicated, 1 count, guilty. Failure to stop at the scene of a property damage accident. Attempt.
Attended vehicle.
Thank you. Okay, attended vehicle. I don't know what an attended vehicle is, but okay.
Someone's keeping an eye on it, I guess.
Sir, counsel, did you wish to tell me something about your client before sentencing?
Yes, Mr. McConnell he's certainly apologetic and sorry for the bad choices he made on that evening, and wishes to move forward and get this endeavor behind him. He is employed, has been employed for a while now, almost a decade, as an assembly worker at Chrysler plant, and wishes to continue that job, wants to work forward and kind of get this again behind him. And so I think he's making a promise to never get into this circumstance again. He's learned his lesson and is certainly now ready to accept the sentencing and whatever wishes you have come down on him. And he's certainly sorry.
All right, people wish to be heard, Mr. Casey.
Yes, Your Honor, we'd ask that the sentence include restitution to be determined. The owner of the other vehicle was a Mr. Deonta Robinson. I'll prepare a restitution form and get it to the court with his contact information. We'd ask that restitution to his vehicle, for the damage to his vehicle, rather, be determined.
Court will order that restitution be verified, determined. All right, sir, did you wish to say anything before sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to adopt the agreement entered into between the parties, place you on probation for 2 years. No controlled substance, no alcohol. Your analysis on demand, inpatient, outpatient treatment at the discretion of the probation officer. Alcohol tether at the discretion of the probation officer. The weapon is forfeited to the arresting agency. Maintain employment. You got $53 state cost, $75 crime victim fee, $1,000 in court costs, $400 in attorney's fees. The court will accept 150 hours of community service with any nonprofit organization in lieu of court costs and attorney's fees. I do like money. I will take your money, $1,400. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a motion to dismiss count 4?
Your Honor, the people would so move.
So ordered. Sir, if you want this case reviewed by a higher court, you want this court to appoint you an attorney to assist you with any rights you have therewith, make your request for an attorney in writing, must be returned to this court within 42 days of today's date. Now, sir, you have to call the probation department in the morning so that they can set up appointments to set up your probation. You need to take care of whatever's going on in 36th District as soon as possible. Understood?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
I recommend you do that by the end of the week as possible, first of the week, because you can't be reporting up in the probation department with these warrants. Apparently, I don't know what they're for, but the officers seem to be concerned.
Yeah, I don't even know what they're for.
Okay, well, he seemed to be concerned. I've never had one that's done that before, so find out something. All right. What's your address?
6039 Greenview, Detroit, Michigan, 48228.
You get that in?
Yes, what's your phone number?
313-930-3092.
Thank you.
All right, I think that concludes this matter. Have a good day, gentlemen.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
You too. Miss Nancy's on Zoom, Emma.
Yes, ma'am. Case numbers 23-252 and 23-2504. The people of the state of Michigan versus Miranda Linder, scheduled to be arraigned on the information. Your Honor, you should be in possession of a plea form. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. John, KCP number 56162 on behalf of the people.
And good morning, Judge. May it please the court, Jeanette Nance appearing on behalf of Ms. Linder on both of her matters. Ms. Linder, if you could please state your name for the record.
Miranda Linder.
And Judge,
Thank
today's
you.
My apologies to the court. Judge, today is the date and time set for arraignment on the information for both of her matters. We waive formal reading of the information and stand mute to the charges.
As to both cases,
That's correct, Judge.
court will enter a plea of not guilty for the purposes of arraignment on the information as to both cases. We have a negotiated settlement. Miss, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
Yes.
Go find a towel, a sheet, whatever you need to cover up. I don't want to see all that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Miss, it is my understanding that you're going to plead guilty to one count, resisting, obstructing, assaulting a police officer, knowing that the maximum possible penalty for that offense is 2 years in prison. Is that what you intend to do?
Yes.
Judge, Your Honor, or ma'am?
I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Miss here, okay, no box are checked. Is this a sentence agreement, people?
Judge, yes, it is. I believe, yes.
Mr. Casey?
One moment, please. Yes, Your Honor, this is a sentence agreement. I apologize.
All right. There's a sentence agreement that has been negotiated between your attorney and the prosecutor. Mr. Casey, authorizing the court to check the box saying sentence agreement.
Yes, Your Honor, please and thank you.
All right, Miss Elm, give that away if you can. Miss, the agreement is that you'll serve a 2-year term of probation. You will have to have a mental health evaluation and follow up with any and all recommended treatment. Continue with any mental health treatment you're currently under. You must have participate in a cognitive therapy program as directed or complete anger management classes. You also have to complete driver safety classes. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
The court will set other terms, costs, fines, and conditions. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss, the prosecutor has also agreed that at the time of sentencing, they will dismiss the case number 23-2504, now pending against you in its entirety, as well as, in this case, dismiss count 1 and count 2, fleeing and eluding police and resisting obstructing police. Mister, you understand all of the terms of the agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
And with that understanding, you're prepared to enter a plea of guilty at this time. Is that correct?
Correct.
Miss, you are entitled to a trial in this matter by judge or by jury, and by pleading guilty, there will be no trial of any kind. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss, you have a right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and you're giving up that right. Understood?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Miss, if you had a trial, your attorney would be able to cross-examine, question all witnesses brought against you. If you had witnesses you wanted brought to court, the court would assist you in bringing your witnesses forward. Also at a trial, you could testify if you wanted to. If you did not wish to testify, you could remain silent, and your silence could not be held against you. And you're giving up all 3 of those rights. Understood?
Understood. Yes, ma'am.
There is no automatic right of appeal, Miss. If you change your mind and at some later date, you want this case reviewed by a higher court, you have to get leave or permission of the court in order to have it reviewed. Reviewable issues are limited to all matters, issues, and proceedings up to and including sentencing only. Understood?
Understood. Yes.
Miss, has anybody threatened you to make you give up your rights and enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than what I've told you today, miss, to make you give up your rights and enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you acting of your own free will?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Are you a citizen of the United States of America?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss, your name is on this agreement form. It says signed with consent. Did you give your attorney your permission to consent to sign your name to the settlement plea agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Casey, did you wish to Bahadur?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Linder, this is Assistant Prosecutor John Casey speaking. I'm going to ask you a few questions. If you either can't hear me or if the question doesn't make sense to you, will you let me know?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Ma'am, I'd like to direct your attention back to March the 18th of this year, 2023. On that date, at about 2:45 in the morning, were you in the area of Annapolis and Westlake Streets in Dearborn Heights, Wayne County, Michigan?
Yes.
And were you in a vehicle of some kind?
Yes.
And did the police officers pull over that vehicle?
Yes.
And at some point in time during that encounter, they attempt to take you into custody.
Correct.
And did they try to put some handcuffs on you?
Yes.
And did you pull away from those officers and turn away from them and otherwise make that job more difficult than it had to be?
Yes. Yes.
I heard that.
Yeah, the people are satisfied.
I'm also satisfied, Judge.
Corporal enter plea of guilty, 1 count, resisting, obstructing police officer. Miss, you're going to have a pre-sentence report prepared so that the court will have full information about you when you return for sentencing. You have to call the probation department tomorrow. Do you have pencil and paper?
I do.
The number you call tomorrow is 313.
Okay.
224.
224.
2600. You call them tomorrow. They give you appointments so that they can prepare a report. Miss, what is your phone number?
It is 734-833-7257.
And your address?
1014 Arlington, Inkster, Michigan, 48141.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Seems like there's something else I'm supposed to be telling her, but it's slipping me now. All right, miss. I'm sorry. The sentencing date. That's what it was. When she comes back. Ooh, I should have took that vacation.
The sentencing date is July 28th.
July 28th, 9 o'clock, can be on Zoom.
Thank you very much, Judge. You and your
Have
staff.
a
Have a
good
great
day.
day.
You
Thank
too.
you. You too.
Emma, we got another attorney. Coyne, Jonathan Coyne.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Who you here on?
I do not know. I received
Oh,
an email
okay.
that I was supposed to be here, but I do not know on what case.
Emma, let us both know.
Okay.
The defendant's name is Alexis Bennett.
Oh, I do have a Delexis Bennett. I did not know she was up this morning. I'm sorry.
What's she up for, Em?
Adopted conference, Your Honor. There was a different attorney that was attached to the lead attorney, so that may have been the problem.
Why he didn't get noticed? Do we need to put it over? Do we know if there's an offer? Do you know what you're gonna do on the case? Do you need it just put over?
Well, Your Honor, we were in front of Your Honor on May 24th, and my notes reflect that a docket conference was set for June 14th at 9 o'clock.
Can we keep?
I had that date as well.
All right, Em, can we keep the 14th?
Yes.
All right, we'll see you on the 14th.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Have a good day, everyone.
You too. You looking for anybody else there?
But what a difference a day makes. That's all I've got.
Well, I was supposed to not be here at all, Mr. Casey, and I got confused and showed up.